Shit.
Get it right this time. Get it right this time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technical.
Wait. Let's do this correct, ladies and gentlemen. It is Mr. 30K himself, the TikTok sensation, the leader of the new school, the unkempt master of ceremony, Mr. No Chef Up himself. It is Trey proper. Let's get it.
Mr. Hot.
Now you can do the introduction of the rest of us.
When they go low, we go high.
AKA Mr. High Ground.
Unbothered. There you go.
You got it. You got it.
It's your boy, Big Herb.
The second Mr. Petty, because I have the new title now. You got it.
Yeah, I'm just here at this point.
Let's have this shit.
Shit. Oh, man. I'm your boy, the Renaissance Jock. I am Rick Strode. He's so mad. He's so mad. He's so mad.
Oh, man. So what's everyone drinking on?
Daniels and ginger ale.
Oh, man.
You gotta change his ad. You gotta change his ad. You gotta put on the top 10 TikTok sensation. You gotta put that on there.
I got whiskey sour with.
Go ahead and change my name to White Boy because I'm not black enough to be here. Go ahead.
Where'd you get that from? What are you even talking about?
Nothing to do with anything.
I wish I was drinking doing tequila shots because we got enough salt from Trey for the margarita runs. But
I got more salt for you. Don't worry.
I'm drinking
salty the entire show.
I'm drinking
the entire show. Let's do this.
I'm drinking some leftover wine because I had a big date last night. So cheers.
Alrighty.
Well, pass some of the salt this way because I'm drinking a skinny girl margarita because calories. So there we go. With some organic salt from Mr. TikTok sensation himself.
Yeah, just a little extra for you.
Yeah, from his high horse, he's dropping salt like this.
Appreciate it. Thank
Take
you.
it up higher for you.
Oh, Salt Bay.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Salt Trey.
What you drinking over it? Oh, vodka, seltzer, and pineapple juice. Oh, man.
That sounds pretty tasty.
All right, so let's get into these church announcements. We want to send a birthday shout out to OCG Jr. himself. Little man.
Sire.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get all his government, but yeah. OCG's son is turned, how old is he today? Was 9 years old today. So happy birthday, little homie. Also, we want to let you guys know OTTV, go and check that out on Roku because your boys and your girl is on OTTV on Roku. Moving on, guys, the Spider-Man title reveal came out this week. It is called Spider-Man No Way Home. What you guys think?
They stick with that home stuff, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, Stan Lee's biography, True Believer, The Rise and Fall of Stan Lee, came out this week. I'm halfway through it. So far, it's a good read. I suggest you guys go and check that out. I've been listening to it on the, what's the auto read back thing to app?
Something about books and reading it.
Dude, this nigga, I swear, man.
Wait a minute. You said you were reading it, then you said you're listening to it on audiobook.
I'm doing the audio book because I'm working as I go along. So that's why.
Because we know you can't read.
Fuck.
The cat in the sound it out, Herbert.
All righty. Want to send a shout out to Jay-Z, especially because it's the last day of Black History Month.
Wait, who's Jay-Z? I don't know who that is. Who's that?
Turn his camera off.
Is he famous?
Turn his camera off. Turn his camera off.
Is he important? It sounds like he's an important person. Who is he?
All righty. Jay-Z made a power move this past week. He sold 50% of his stake in his Ace of Spades to Moet Hennessy. If you guys didn't know,
I've heard that name Hennessy before. What is that? That sounds like it's a black drink. Should I know what that is? You're getting it the whole fucking show.
OCG, mute him, please.
You're getting salty, angry, upset in his feelings, Trey. That's what you're getting today.
But what I don't understand, what I don't understand is you're making these jokes about not being black enough, but the whole introduction was you being a TikTok sensation. So it's like, where are we going with this? Like, I don't even understand how you're making this correlation. But anyway, we're gonna forge ahead.
If you want to know why I feel like this, go watch the last episode. Go watch the last episode. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
So congratulations to Jay-Z for making over $200 million by selling your Ace of Spades to Moet, not Moet. It's not Moet, it's Moet.
Moet.
So yeah, shout out to Jay. Just keep on stacking them dollars and being the mogul that you are.
Yeah.
I'm gonna still call it Moet. Moving on.
So also, guys, this Friday, March the 5th, we will be simulcasting WandaVision. Watch it with us as we go along and have our commentary on the show. This Friday at 8 o'clock on Twitch. Yeah, and right this second, that concludes the... Oh, I'm sorry. The Cuzzo, you got an announcement that you want to make?
Not anymore.
Oh, okay. Man, okay. All right. So yeah, we do want to send Black Moments of Excellence to the homeboy Chappelle, Dave Chappelle. Rick, you want to go and talk about it?
So, really hurt?
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm supposed to toss it over to Rita. My bad.
No, you were supposed to. Never mind. Go ahead, Rick. Just go
ahead. Off the walls today.
So Dave Chappelle, a couple months ago, Dave Chappelle asked us not to support the show that he co-wrote, co-founded, co-executive produced, everything. The Chappelle Show. He asked us to not watch it, to not support it, to basically boycott his show. And in a show of unity, everybody began to boycott the show, and it worked. It absolutely worked. Dave got all of his producer credits. He basically got his idea back, and he's going to get paid accordingly, as he should have been, because the Chappelle Show is one of the cornerstones of comedy in the 21st century. It still holds up to this day. It's about 20 years. Almost 20 years. Since the show first premiered, and it's still one of the funniest things ever. It's still relevant to this day. I look at episodes now, and they still make me laugh, just like I saw them back when I was in college at Howard University, watching in the dorms, and the whole dorm was shut down at Wednesday night at 10 p.m. just to watch the show. So exactly. So shout out to Dave. Charlie Murphy still owes you his career, even though he ain't here no more. But even still, shout out to Dave Chappelle and all of his success.
Yeah.
But also, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Okay. But speaking of Dave Chappelle, one thing that Dave has always been lacking in is the facial hair area. Some people have said Dave almost looks kind of ratty with his facial hair because he has sort of whiskers, right? One thing I think Dave could benefit from is something that is one of our sponsors here on the show, and that is the beard struggle. The beard struggle has everything that you need to get your beard looking illustrious and luxurious and thick and flowing. It has your beard balms, it has your beard oil, it has your hot combs, your regular combs, anything you need to get your beard looking nice, full, healthy, and flowing like you're about to crash the seas as an off of a Viking ship or some shit like that or whatever. Use the promo code Blerds1 to get 15% off your purchase from the beard struggle. And also go and check them out on our partnership page on blerdsandwhiskey.com. That's Blerds1 to get 15% off your purchases from the beer struggle.
All righty. So yeah.
Too.
Yeah, so
All right.
we have the we have the what's the name? The comic character of the week. And Cam, you want to talk about that?
Sure. Character of the week is inspired by the fact that it's Black History Month, and we are ending it with Monica Rambeau, thanks to WandaVision. Character of the week. It's Black History Month and Blerds and Whiskey, and today's character of the week is Monica Rambeau, also known as the second Captain Marvel, Photon, Spectrum, Pulsar. It's a lot of names. Thanks to WandaVision, MCU is now being introduced to her. Monica Rambeau was introduced to the Marvel comics in about 1982, so if Luke Cage was Marvel's answer to Shaft, Monica Rambeau is Marvel's answer to Pam Grier. The daughter of Maria Rambeau, Monica Rambeau is a New Orleans native, part of the Harbor Patrol, trying to stop this machine from getting in the hands of criminals. Extra-dimensional energy, so she got caught into it, and she's able to basically convert her body into pure energy. That's when she got her first name, Captain Marvel. She was later told that she was the second Captain Marvel. It was the original Captain Marvel was a Kree hero. Basically, his name was Marvel. Well, they really true. Anyway, she joined the Avengers. For a brief stint, she was also the leader of the Avengers. In one of the incidents, she actually had to basically use an energy blast so powerful that her atoms were literally scattered, and she barely regained physical form, so she lost her powers to do that. But then later on, she regained her powers because, comics. So now the first name change comes. A guy named Genis was the son of the original Captain Marvel. When he tried to take the mantle, he realized he wanted to give it to her, but she's like, it's a family tradition, so she gave it back to him, and she went by Photon at that time. The second name change came from the same person, where Genis decided to call himself Photon. Then she decided to pick a better name, so she went by Pulsar. Picking up a pattern here. So she decided to update costume and a name change, and now she goes by Spectrum. That's the most current one she's using right now. And like I said, thanks to WandaVision, the MCU is now being introduced to Monica Rambeau now, played by Tiana Paris. So to explain her powers is basically like she is pure energy, anything along the electromagnetic spectrum, which includes like cosmic rays, gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, infrared, microwave, radio waves, neutrinos. Anyway, like I said, if there's any form of energy that she could become, she does. And that includes either being a living body impaired by it or not affected by it. Or she can pretty much transform into just, along with a well-known energy spectrum, she can also transform into something I guess they can make up too. Also, I guess the limits to her ability is all up to about several hours of that energy form. She could go only like one energy at a time. So that might be her only limit. She's immortal. So she's also another definition of superheroes, black don't crack. But yeah, that's basically Spectrum, Captain Marvel, Pulsar, Photon in a nutshell. Alright, tune into WandaVision, Blerds and Whiskey. Like, share, and subscribe. Back to you guys. Yeah, so the whole Captain Marvel thing, I think that was just like Marvel's way of trying to hold on to that name as a trying to screw over DC with their character that was also named Captain Marvel. Who people actually think is Shazam. People think his name is Shazam when that's just that's his battle cry. His actual name is Captain Marvel.
It's funny. It's funny that we had Photon as that character of the week, and she didn't even make an appearance this week.
We just wanted to just get that in there. I just wanted to shoehorn that last one in there because we've been talking about doing her for a while.
Okay, so we're going to use Miss Monica to segue into our next topic, which of course is WandaVision. And so because he would not be the TikTok sensation he is without going first, I'm going to kick that over to Mr. Proper himself. Give us your rundown on what happened. Everybody make sure you're listening.
Basically, it was a great show this week. I was the only thing that's really notable, like I'm not going to say that, there were a lot of reveals as far as the backstory of what Wanda went through to get to the point she is. I actually, me and Herb talked on the phone after the episode, and it was kind of like, I was a little bit confused because I thought that they displayed her taking his body at some point, but I had to go back and watch it, realize they didn't show that. They just showed her breaking through the glass. So spoiler alert, if you guys didn't see that. the portion of the show where she actually went to go see Vision's body. But another thing that ties into that is his body had color, but at the end of Infinity War, he didn't have any color. He was gray, which leads us into something else. I'm gonna let somebody else pick that one. So y'all go ahead.
Okay, Herb, it's not your turn. Rick is next.
He's gonna say something too. He's about to say something.
That's fine.
You can see his mouth getting ready. You can see his mouth getting ready. Right here. So upon initially watching the episode Friday morning, I was a little disappointed because I was just like, damn, you're gonna give us an exposition episode at episode 8, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, oh, look at our fancy flashbacks. Look at this. Look guys.
At the flashbacks.
look at the Scarlet Witch floating out of the Mind Stone, guys. Aren't you excited? No, goddammit, I want to see some people fight. So but once I watched it the second time, you know, I mean, it was a good episode. It's not personally my favorite out of all of the episodes. Honestly, even after episodes 1 and 2, it's not my favorite. But I understand that it's necessary. I'm leaning more into the fact that yes, Mephisto is coming. It's not going to be in the way that we are expecting, but Mephisto definitely is coming. And I felt the same way about White Vision that I felt about White Vision when I saw him in the comics. Hey, look at that robot KKK member there. So anyway.
Alrighty.
So, I mean, I was thinking more of a
Guess
ghost.
what? Wait. Herb, guess what? It's your turn. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm sorry, I'm a little discombobulated.
I'm so proud of you for waiting patiently.
Yeah. Oh,
Go ahead.
Is his turn to talk?
I have questions after this episode and I feel like every single episode they answer questions, then leave us with more questions. Who the fuck really is Pietro then? If she was just using him as her little pawn, if he's not really who he say he is, how the fuck does he have that power? Hayward, you lying sack of shit. You came over there and said that she broke in. She didn't break in. You told her to come on in. She's looking at the camera, trying to let you, and you say, come on in. Vision, you weren't even real this whole entire time. We're just like, what the fuck? I thought it was kind of good as far as the fact that he planned out the whole entire let's have a home, and then automatically the blip just fucks everything up, and then you come back to it and it looks like a shit show in the whole entire town because it's been deserted for 5 years. Chaos magic. Damn. It's just what's next? Just all that other shit. Was that what you read?
Are you done? I'm sorry. Can I interject?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
So did the blip fuck up their plans, or did Thanos rip?
No, I'm talking about how the town looks fucked up. That's why I'm saying
the blip looks fucked up.
I know it. Damn it! Just let me be me, okay? Let's go.
No, nigga. It's Jersey. Every part of Jersey looks like that.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah.
And everything, if you paid attention to the last Avengers movie, especially Endgame, everything was fucked up.
Yeah.
So you know. And this happened 3 weeks after that movie. So yes, everything's going to be effed up.
Yeah.
So I guess I feel like, Cam, I actually want to save you for last. I know I told you were going next, but I want to save you for last, and I think you know why.
All right.
So we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna go next, and then you can go last. I'm gonna let you bring it on home. So unless you want to go now.
I'm good either way.
Okay. So I want to piggyback on something that Herb said that I have a theory about. Mm-hmm. I think that deed that she got is fake. I don't think Vision actually gave her that deed. I think someone else gave her that deed posing as Vision. Because how is it that Vision has a plot of land next to a house that has a dungeon for witches already in it? And then Agatha wasn't even a part of the hex when it originally started. She said she sensed the energy. So that's why I feel like that's bullshit, because she wasn't there at first. She came when she sensed the energy. My other question is, I feel like Doctor Strange is going to be our next cameo because if Agatha Harkness can sense the energy, he can sense it too. And he's not there yet. So I feel like they were trolling us and they were like, oh, they're supposed to be like a big person. And I feel like that big person is going to be Doctor Strange only because Wanda's intended to be in the next, Doctor Strange movie, The Multiverse of Madness. The other thing is I was absolutely right when I told you that I felt like the commercials were memories that Wanda had, and that's why the commercials were there. So pretty much summed that up. I feel like this episode pissed me off, and I'm gonna tell you why it pissed me off. Because I feel like why now? Why wasn't this like episode 4 or 5? Like Rick said, it should have been episode 5. I feel like it should have been 4 or 5 because we were doing that walk down memory lane. I don't want to see, at this point, y'all done memory laned me enough, okay? We're supposed to be building up to the finale, so I don't want to walk down memory lane right now, okay? Fuck your memory lane. I want to know what's happening. Why wasn't Monica in it? What's going on with Pietro, who I definitely think came from a different universe, because you have to remember when he rang that doorbell, the alarms in the Sword facility, like to let them know that somebody entered, because that lets me know he wasn't originally there either. I feel like he came from a different universe and they're just not letting us know. Or he is Wanda's son. Not Wanda's son, I'm sorry. He's Agatha's son. I feel like because in the comic books, him and his mama got beat. And so I feel like that's either Nicholas Scratch or, I don't want to say he's Mephisto because I don't feel like it's Mephisto at this point.
Because you are that meme. You are that meme.
I don't feel like it's Mephisto. I don't even know. And I know that Rick is going to have a rebuttal because we kind of talked about this a little bit in the pre-show. I don't know if we're going to see Mephisto in WandaVision. Let's clarify.
Okay.
But I feel like there are 3 main people that the big bad could be, but I don't want to mess it up for anybody. So I'm done. Anybody want to rebuttal, they can, and then we're going to kick it over to Cam.
Anything? So I'm going to admit, I dropped the ball this week. I apologize to y'all. I did not see this week's episode of WandaVision. I missed it. However, based off of how everyone else has been describing it, it didn't seem like I missed much. But even though I've never seen this episode, I'm gonna defend it anyway because it's the episode before the season finale. So what we just had, what y'all call a flashback, I'm gonna call it exposition, and kind of like explaining where we're at before we get to it.
Previously on WandaVision.
Yeah, so basically by the time the season finale happens, you'd be like, okay, now this kind of makes more sense. And I think it's kind of also the way how they do series, it's kind of like the lull before this big 1 hour bang. Also keep in mind that they haven't renewed or talks of WandaVision season 2 yet. So this is pretty much going to be it. So I don't think it's going to be past that. So there's a lot of misdirection already. So I don't know if, because you saw the Agatha Harkness flashback, she was kind of controlling the Pietro. So with the little purple magic around him, which means that he was either a construct by her or controlled by her. Mm-hmm. Also want to give a shout out to Elizabeth Shepard for playing her second Marvel villain, because she was also the voice of Dr. Octopus in Into the Spider-Verse. So yeah, a lot of people forgot about that.
Catherine Hahn?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
We knew he was talking about.
Real quick, so do you think, so you didn't see it, but Agatha displayed their power to transmogrify, so she could change her rabbit into different things. So I personally think that this isn't, I'm throwing out the multiverse theory on this one. I'm throwing it away. I think she just changed the rabbit to be Pietro. And it's just, it could be her son, but I don't think it's a genuine Pietro that she just pulled out the multiverse. I think she just transmogrified the rabbit and made him do her bidding.
So misdirection. So they probably purposely chose that Pietro to be a misdirection. So it'd be like thinking like, oh shit, they're gonna get Fox in it now.
As close as she could to a facsimile of the real thing in their universe. So
right, but wait. But can I say something? Mm-hmm. If he's the rabbit, why is he with Monica right now? Because the last time that we saw him, he was with Monica.
Snoop was going
Snoop. So remember, this was a point of contention with us last couple of weeks ago. Her eyes turned purple, so I think she has her under control.
But I felt like she was absorbing the energy.
She could be.
She was reading the energy, and that's why her eyes were purple.
If you all paid attention to Character of the Week, you would understand that she is part of the energy spectrum, so she can absorb energy, manipulate energy, and be a part of that energy. So if there's any energy disturbance, which is why she's able to physically walk through the barrier without anything, as opposed to everyone else who's getting. But
I agree with that. I know her power set. I'm saying, keep in mind, this is just the beginning. This is the budding of her powers. She doesn't know the full, pun intended, spectrum of her powers yet. So it's possible that she could break out in the next episode, break free from the control because she's figuring it out as she goes. That's just my opinion on it. But that, as far as that goes. But as far as now, the other big reveal, of course, the after credits. We got a second after credits this week. We had the Vision. The Ghost Vision, not the KKK Vision, but we had the Ghost Vision, and canonically, he was really canonically. So in the comics, Vision died once. He was dismantled, and when they put him back together, he didn't have any of his human personality. So what we're about to see is a genuine android Vision, and then he's going to have to fight the fake facsimile Vision.
Hey, real quick,
I can't wait to see that battle.
real quick. Remember the South Park episode where Timmy and Jimmy fought, and Cartman pops in and yells out, "I can't. I don't think we can say it. I don't think we can say it on air because I don't want to get YouTube struck." But what if like Herb or what if Norm just randomly pops in before Vision and Vision fight and goes, "Robot fight!"
Definitely see her doing that. So we're clear. Herb, I love you.
I know who he's talking about. Please move on.
Definitely go ass.
I want to give a quick shout out to who was there in the notes. Suicide Notes put in General Lee's Vision.
I have one more thing that I want to point out that we did not say in the show. I feel like Wanda has been using her Nexus abilities this entire time. Even when she went down memory lane, when Agatha pulled her hair out, just like how Doctor Strange pulled out like a piece of Thor's hair, I feel like Wanda might have changed unintentionally pieces of her memories. Because think about it. When they did the first memory, when they were in the Sokovian apartment, and Wanda entered her childhood self, and then next thing you know, the child is being pulled from under the bed, but when you cut to the next scene, it's Wanda. I feel like Wanda saved herself the entire time, and with her newfound like powers that she didn't know she had. Like, people were like, "Oh, you were a baby witch and you were the reason why the bomb didn't go off." I feel like, you know how like when you warp reality, it's always going to be the reality. I feel like her older self has been saving her younger self the entire time. But anybody else, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how I feel. Go ahead, Rick.
My wife spent all year tearing this robot apart and putting it back together, and all you sons of bitches can do is criticize. Don't come around here asking me and mine for nothing.
He been holding on to that one.
Something like worth saying.
The more
and that's
more,
what you come back with.
I just gotta say, the more
I can't let go of racist Vision. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
The more and more I look at this and I do the research on it, I gotta agree with Rick, man. We need Frank Castle just here to just come out of here with something and just take her out.
Do not
and also, I think Peter is definitely not like an Agatha, especially with her killing the dog, and then she throws a bird over to the rabbit.
Peter. I thought you were saying Peter. I'm like,
no, Peter.
Quicksilver?
No.
I was about to say, this is not Hunger Games. What is going on?
No, Peter. Animal rights group, man. They're not feeling it right now. That's just...
To be fair, it was Ada that she transformed. So
no,
yeah,
I'm saying she killed the dog, and then the following week she's throwing a bird at.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly how Peter felt about that bug. Fuck that bug. I've actually started to sympathize with Wanda. After watching the episode for the third time, you know what I mean? Like, she's been through a lot, man. She's been through a whole lot. And you know, it's just it just sucks. And yeah, sometimes you just gotta open up a cup of yo magic, yo, and just make reality about yourself. She's been through her brother was gunned down in the streets like a sucker for no reason. For no reason.
In the immortal words,
lives matter.
In the immortal words of Adam Sandberg, cool story, still a murderer though. You can have all the empathy you want for Wanda, but she literally has the power of warping reality, and it's behind a woman who's having a mental breakdown. So every time a mental breakdown supposed to excuse, well, you know,
but
sometimes I punch a wall, sometimes I take over New Jersey. Like, come on now.
One thing that has not been explained that I feel like we need an explanation for is the fact that Wanda created or recreated Vision. And he is not under her control. Just like the kids are, like, originally she could rewind shit, but eventually he was like, nah. So the fact that he's not under her control, as well as the kids, because I'm still trying to figure out if the kids are real or not. And that's a comic book spoiler. But they've been redoing stuff, so it's possible that they may not go that route with the kids. It's possible that they may not go the route of kids suddenly disappear. They may not do that, but you never know how they're going to play the situation out.
It's probably going to be like the Snap Part 2, where the kid's going to be crying and she's going to hold on to him, and then they're going to disappear in her hands, and then she's going to have another breakdown, and then it's Multiverse of Madness with Doctor Strange versus Wanda Witch.
Listen, I'm going to need all of you to give me my credit next episode when we're watching it. when Mr. Scratchy turns into Mephisto and absorbs them two little figments of her imagination back into his body to reclaim his soul. And then we all just move on happily ever after.
I just don't see it happening at this
point.
I'm
just going down with the ship, ladies and gentlemen.
Just trying to tell you, watching us on Twitch this coming Friday for the last episode.
Listen, and if you tune in late to us on Twitch and I'm up celebrating like I just scored a goddamn touchdown in the Super Bowl, you know what happened.
You already know what it is.
Ready to put him on mute for a moment.
It's just not the Washington football team. And let's move forward.
Here we go again. Here we go.
All right. So we've got speaking of things that are mystical and technically part of the Marvel Knights, because she wasn't. Strange was. Speaking of mystical things, let's get into our throwback show of the week. Now, me personally, I've never seen this show. I never watched it. I heard about it, but I was not ready to give it 2 minutes of my time. Apparently there was was it on FX?
It's Spike TV.
Spike TV.
Sticky Fingers was the main character.
Yeah.
So I wasn't.
Let me do it real quick. Blade series, 1 season, 06, Sticky Fingers. Nobody cares.
I had one season for a reason.
I wasn't gonna do that. I was actually gonna say it started on Spike TV, then they moved it to Sci-Fi after a mid-season break that just happened abruptly.
Oh wow.
Nobody cares.
But it's available.
Nobody cares because you put Sticky Fingers as Blade.
So
that was an insult to Black people across the world.
So a couple of things about the Blade TV series that no one's gonna give credit for. Sticky Fingers is the first rap artist to play superhero, a Marvel superhero.
Care.
Also,
he's not a good actor.
Also, for some reason, it was part of New Line Cinema TV, which I didn't know was a thing.
I didn't even.
Yeah. So they also have like unusual high budget for a really, really bad TV show, which is also another reason why I didn't get a second season, because they blew their budget. They thought they had gold because this debuted right after Blade Trinity. It was supposed to follow suit of that, which makes no
Blade
sense.
Trinity was trash.
And we're getting into that right
and
about now.
Y'all got me. Y'all got me.
All right. Yeah. So, it being trash, maybe it just lackluster. Maybe it just didn't have the strength to carry on. But it does give you the strength to carry on. Getting you some FNX, some FNX Fit. Go ahead and check out our promotions from FNX Fit on our Blerds and Whiskey website. Get you some whey protein, some CBD oil, whatever you need to get yourself on your right track, so you don't look as less robust as Sticky Fingers did in that show, apparently. But if you want to get yourself some discounts, you get 50% off by using the FNX code Blerds1, FNX Blerds13, and that will get you what you need from our promotions.
Oh man.
Yeah,
And
don't trust Sticky Finger ass though. Keep it moving.
While y'all bullshitting, he was actually in pretty good shape for that show. I forgot about the rest of the cast.
He was still trash.
You also realize how short he is.
Who is that
He's
random?
not a convincing Blade at all. It
He
doesn't
wasn't.
matter what you say. I'm sorry. It doesn't matter.
Hey,
They
look,
should've-
you
should've
don't got
freed my nigga
too many.
Wesley.
They don't got
He
too
should
many.
have been playing Blade in the series. Period.
Wesley Snipes was not going to go back to TV. One,
He was in
two.
jail at that point.
He needed the check. He would have did the whole thing on a green screen from the cell. Period.
And we would have hated it. We would have.
It would've
It
called-
would have
would've
been better than that bullshit that they put out.
Then it wouldn't have been Blade. It would have been Shank.
It still would have been better.
Oh, shit.
But speaking of Blades that could possibly be hated in the future, we got news that the Mahershala
Ali.
Oh, wow.
Wait, say that again.
Is that how you say it?
Mahershala Ali.
There we go. All right. So
Would
one
you
to star is
pronounce that? No, we gotta give credit when credit is due. You're not Floyd Mayweather.
Shut the hell up, okay?
I'm not getting credit for shit because y'all forget the episode a couple months back where I broke the goddamn name down for him on air. That's why he remembers it. Sorry. Sorry, Trey, please
Just go ahead.
continue on.
The next Blade movie starring Mahershala Ali, and I still mess it up, is it's going to be rated PG-13. So
Ew.
yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna let all y'all go first because I already got notes on this. Because movie's my thing. So I'm gonna let y'all have your fun.
I
All
already
right.
said my fun. Ew. Next.
All right. Well, no, go
All
ahead, Herb. Go ahead.
All
Herb.
right, so in the beginning, earlier this week, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, really? I mean, Blade, the bloody, gory, saying F this, F that is gonna be like, it's gonna be PG-13. But then I stopped, and then Rick was like, yo, calm down. And then Talani was like, you know what? It might actually still be good. Because if you look at every single MCU movie that came out,
Nah.
PG-13. Every single one of them has been fairly good or the best we ever seen. Winter Soldier, PG-13. Endgame, PG-13. Infinity War, PG-13. They all been great movies. Yes, I was kind of fucked up about it, but then now it's just like, as long as Feige has control over it, I'm gonna be okay with it.
okay.
Go ahead, Rita.
Go ahead.
Okay. The culture, and when I say culture, I mean us as Black people, we not fitting to accept PG-13. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people might disagree with me, but there are a lot of people who might agree with me. If we don't get at least one, my nigga, it's not for the culture. Because if we don't, and I don't mean it in a derogatory way. When I say my nigga, that is like a noun. I can be like, my nigga for real? My nigga what? My nigga, guess what? My nigga is literally can be said in multiple different ways. Okay.
So you're saying in context, basically.
Exactly. Okay.
So-
If we don't have a moment where you going off on somebody, be like this nigga here.
Mhm.
Like my whole way is you can say my nigga so many ways, and it is not in
Okay.
any shape, way, or form trying to belittle anybody or call anybody out of their name. It's just a noun. It's a person, place, or thing at this point. I'm just saying. Sorry.
Go ahead, Rick.
We've missed the boat for that experience when Killmonger died. So that was the character to kick that out there.
I'll give you that.
So we're probably
I'll
not
give you
gonna get that. Honestly, even with Mahershala Ali, who's an Oscar-winning carrying the Blade movie, I think the Blade movie is actually going to be the kickoff for a Midnight Sun series. That's why I think it's going to be PG-13. I think there's going to be some vampire exploits, but I don't think it's going to be a whole lot. I think it's going to be Doctor Strange gathering a bunch of guys that he needs who can go in and fight some
Supernatural.
some supernatural some enemies. You know what I mean?
Like Avengers Dark or something. Like taking on supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
Marvel Knights. Yeah.
Honestly, I think the rated R experience won't come until they have them collectively together as a team. And that's when you get to see Blade and Frank and Ghost Rider actually do their things for real. Because they're the best they are at what they do, but what they do isn't very pretty. So
When they get there,
another thing
once they have
is that
Wolverine
comic books, even though they are animated, they were never truly intended for children, just so we're clear. A lot of people think that they were. Not all comic books. Let me backtrack.
Deadpool kills the Marvel universe.
There
Definitely
were
wasn't.
quite a few comic books that were not really truly for children. And I hate to say this, but the ones that they're making movies out of are the ones that weren't meant for kids. I mean, I'm just saying.
So here's the thing that a lot of people are like glossing over or not realizing. Herb kind of touched on it. The PG-13 thing, all that means is that pretty much 13 and up can watch this movie. So it's watered down enough that kids can watch it, but it's at the same time it's not watered down enough that adults are going to roll their eyes watching it. It covers statistically and financially covers a wider market than a rated R film would cover. The other thing is that there really is not that much vast difference between rated R and PG-13, except for like a few words. That's it. They have the same amount of blood. They hardly have sex scenes in Marvel films anyway, so you don't have to worry about nipples and stuff like that anymore. They always have them play. They do everything like anything else. All it's implied that something happened. Like they'll kiss, lights go out, boom. Same thing in movies. You'll see a sword go up, here slash, move on to the exposition to the next scene. They do things around here so that you don't actually see like all the blood, gore, and violence. But even though PG-13 can't have blood, gore, and violence, they can have the decapitations, the death, the blood, the bullet riddles, and stuff like that. But if they drop like too many F-bombs in it, then it becomes rated R. That's
only
literally
one F-bomb.
Yeah. So to be honest, the board that controls this is anonymous. It's called give me a second. It's like the administration of like classification or something like that. But basically, it's like an anonymous board that movies are sent to that no one really knows who's in charge, and all the criteria for PG-13 or restrictions is vague. So half the time they don't know what the movie is until they start making it. To be honest, but yeah, that's
I hear you. I just like my classic Blade. You know what I'm saying? Like Blade 1 and 2. Fuck Blade 3. I don't even know why they even did.
If Blade 3 should be good. Blade 3.
All right. So piggybacking on something you said earlier, Rita. Basically, in my end, is my opinion, but I think it's partially backed up. But either way, comics now are being based on those types of. Movies now are being based on those type of comics because we, the consumers, that's the comics that we read growing up. Technically the millennials, we are the people who are shelling out money to go see these. So they have to base on the popularity of what was popular during the 90s and some of the 80s and 90s. And that's when we had the big comic bust. That's when everything started getting really popular. So they're taking those ideas, their biggest ideas, and putting them on the screen and seeing what sticks. Well, at least on the Marvel side. DC still ain't figured that shit out
I agree
Because
with
could
that.
you imagine if they put Green Lantern, if they put Kyle Rayner on the screen as opposed to Hal Jordan, and then you make that a PG-13, but he opens up his refrigerator, and if you know what I'm talking about,
God,
Imagine the
That is
reaction
why
we
you
get after
are
that.
the TikTok sensation that you are for TST, sir.
So we also got we kept as we talk about Blade, we forgot to give its props to being like the first like one to kick open the doors that we got right now for Marvel. Like a lot of people were like, oh, X-Men, Spider-Man. No, it was Blade. It was Blade. Blade made it acceptable for Black people to listen to techno music too, because that opening sequence with the
that's because Blade 3 was so bad. It was like Blade 1 and 2, you're just like, all right, we hitting on something. Then Blade 3 came out with Triple H's overacting ass for no reason. And it just took away all the momentum the movie series had.
So why they call Blade 3 what it really was? Ryan Reynolds versus the vampires.
Please.
Like,
It's just
Blade
3 upset me so much.
It was a Deadpool dry run. That's all it was.
I gotta
upset me so much.
So I just want to say this. So I did a deep dive on Blade 3. I watched all 3 of them this week. I was thoroughly impressed again and again with the first 2. The third ones, I actually got notes. I got notes.
And you've muted yourself.
muted yourself.
I got notes. Mute.
Yo.
And y'all ain't hear nothing.
All right, so
just
number one, the platinum
steal my
fangs.
stick and then just mute yourself. Jesus Christ.
What's it? The platinum fangs. The fucking vampire Pomeranian. The what's the name? Whistler just happened to have a daughter out of wedlock just pop up out of nowhere. The fucking little the bow that she had that just incinerates vampires that is supposed to be half the degrees of the sun.
Katniss Everdeen.
No, it was that shit. If it's supposed to be half the temperature of the sun, you should be burning to a crisp on as soon as it comes on. It's the fucking sun is 10,000 degrees. And usually just 5,000 degrees, you're not gonna be burnt at all. I mean,
did you Google that?
Yes,
number?
I actually Googled it. Yes, I did. What else? I mean, hold on. Why is the blind chick the head of security? I mean, come on.
Nerd rage.
Yes, this is a full-out nerd rage. What's his name? A day walker just all of a sudden just gets spotted out by FBI, by the whole entire FBI, and then this shit is stupid. Like, I mean, beyond. Oh, by the way, if you're supposed to be Dracula, why did Dracula running from Blade on the first time you ever seen him? If I'm supposed to be this big badass, why the fuck am I running from some peon like Blade? If I'm supposed to be this badass, this movie sucked. And then on top of it, he was out for 6 months. 6 months they found this motherfucker and he was out in the public and he didn't do shit. This movie was fucking horrible. Why did this movie even be created?
Are you done?
Are you done? Man. This is fucking bullshit.
Say 6 months again. Say it again.
6 fucking months. 6 fucking months.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, blow out our eardrums. Cool. Go ahead, Rick.
Parker Posey was the shit in it though. Yo, her Triple H and whoever the fuck that other guy was is the underling. They were pretty damn good. Now, real quick though, maybe, possibly, but the best thing about Blade 3 or Blade Trinity is to find people talking about the stories on set about how Wesley Snipes would spend the majority of the day in his trailer smoking weed, and at one point the director sent an assistant to go get him, and he said, "Man, fuck y'all, I'll come out when I want to." He held up production that day for 8 hours. My nigga sat in his trailer for 8 hours. Came to shoot a day scene at 12 midnight. This nigga was on some next level shit. He said
he would talk to them. He would start talking to the director only in Post-its. and then sign them Blade.
Like, that shit is just like, how you gonna just tell everybody, no, you call me by Blade? Just like, what the fuck?
He was in character.
No.
Okay.
Yes. Wesley Snipes is a good method actor. Right.
He was in character smoking his blood-laced weed in his trailer. Exactly, absolutely.
That's what gave him his superpowers to do the movie.
So
Some
one thing.
motherfuckers always want to ice skate uphill.
So the thing
Put that in the
Blade,
comments.
the thing about Blade 3 that a lot of people didn't realize also is the original concept of Blade 3 was supposed to be like a Mad Max post-apocalypse type thing, and that's what Wesley Snipes signed up for. And then later on they changed it into like, as he called, like a whitewashing of Blade, where they added all these new characters, and you can tell by the writing it was supposed to be like a spin-off or a continuation after Blade with Hannibal King, and I forgot what the chick from Seventh Heaven's name was in the movie. That her fighting style made no sense because she'll be in the middle of
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. Right. She gonna sit there and like she'll try to get into a fight scene and she'll put on headphones and then like, all right.
Somebody put her real name in the comment section because we don't know.
Jessica Biel. I don't know the characters. I don't know the character's name, but she was
Whistler's daughter.
Abigail.
But we don't care.
Her real name, her name in the movie was Abigail Whistler. Why do I remember that? I don't know.
Did Whistler die in that series?
Yo,
twice.
Trey, I was just about to say that. It's like this nigga Whistler died in every movie.
He got turned and shot himself.
Right, and then in the second, if you remember the beginning of the second one, this nigga Blade had to go retrieve him from a Russian drunk tank.
Yeah,
like he was just in a Russian vampire drunk tank, and Blade gets him and throws him in the trunk. And it's like, hey, I need your help, old man. What the fuck is happening here? what are we doing? I know Chris Christopherson. He's a good actor, but god damn, man! Like,
you know what else didn't age well from Blade as I watched it over again is the choreography of the fight scenes, because like the 90s choreography.
It looks wild. It looks wild in today's time.
Because it's like they all use like roundhouse spin kicks.
Back in the day, that was the best fucking fight scene I had ever seen in my life.
Me and Trey talked about this. Yeah, me and Trey talked about this the other day. Macho Man Randy Savage would have been very proud of the fucking vampire that just jumped off with the elbow drop.
Hey Trey,
whooping ass with the sword still in the. I was like,
Trey.
This nigga didn't even take the sword. Like, you have to understand how fire Blade 2 was, and then you gonna follow up with this.
Hold on. I got 2 points. I got 2 points. Trey, do you remember when we were over my house years ago, and it was me, you, and your siblings, and my mother and your mother, and we all watched Blade, the first Blade, over the house? We actually did that. That shit actually happened. Like, it was years ago. And like how excited we were fucking excited to watch. I was like, yo, this shit is amazing. This is awesome. Then also, hey, does anybody else remember Ron Perlman from Blade 2?
Yes.
And how sometimes he would be just like a white biker gang guy, and then sometimes he turned into a nigga from the hood. actually go back and watch Blade Trinity when they're getting attacked by all of those.
Yeah, his personality was all over the place.
They're getting attacked by all of, hold on. Exactly, Trey. Like, they're getting attacked by all those jaw vampires. He goes, come on, motherfuckers! You want to get through? Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? What is happening here? What is he doing?
This is before Sons of Anarchy.
It really was. I looked
past all of that because the movie was still dope.
It featured Donnie Yen in it too, so that was also another.
Real quick, Trey. I'm gonna let you go right after this one.
No. Not Trey.
TikTok sensation.
Excuse me, Your Highness. Yeah, I humbly bow before you. I just want to say this. How is it? There it is. There he is. Goddamn. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next episode of Trey and Them. How is it that the original Jaw vampire was tougher than the original vampire?
Right.
Yeah, like
because he didn't have armor.
yo, he struggled like shit. He struggled like shit with Kovacs. But then when you get to Dracula, it's just like, oh, this is the original vampire. This is probably gonna be pretty tough. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Your Highness, please.
We gotta let the king speak.
Your Highness, grace us with your voice.
I can't hear you from their high horse. You got to talk
We're
lower.
not worthy. We're not worthy.
I do apologize. No. What the fuck? How you gonna have Donnie in, one of the most fucking accomplished fucking martial artists in the world? He does one back heel kick and he dies off. Like, what the fuck? Like,
he can't be showing up Blade.
Yo, Wesley, like Donnie Yen showed up to set. Wesley Snipes was like, get him out of here right now. Right now.
You know what he probably did? He's
going back to my trailer, and I'm not coming out my trailer.
He's like, I always wanted to meet Donnie Yen. We got Donnie Yen on Blade 2. Nice to meet you. All right, we're done. And
look, Wesley was just like, what the fuck are we shooting? It Man, Dawn of the Vampire?
Wait, but we cut the king off. We gotta let him keep going. My apologies, sire.
Wait.
Guys,
my liege.
We must humbly bow before his patronage.
Your Grace, please continue.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna do it right, all right? So out of all the Blade movies, I think we're all in agreement that Blade Trinity is the worst, hands down.
All right.
Now, do you think that, so originally in the comics, Blade is, he's British, right?
I did not know that. I forgot about that.
British. He's a British black man. So do you think that Mahershala Ali will use a British accent or an American accent?
If anybody can do it, it's him.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, it's Mahershala. Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
You say Mahershala?
No, I said Mahershala. I'm not. I ain't you. Cut it out, Uncle. Cut it out, Uncle Phil. In the back of his hat. Real quick. I'm sorry. I just brought. So, do you use that cigar to smoke or do you build clout?
I'm Cosbying right now.
No. You're
not gonna use that word.
Wait. You're not allowed to question the TikTok sensation unless he's taking questions.
Forgiveness. I will yakuza my pinky and deliver it to you after the show.
When I find my pinky ring, it's gonna be a different level. Just wait.
I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
I apologize for the interruption.
So do y'all actually like Blade 2 more than Blade 1 now?
I think like
Blade 2 was better than Blade 1.
Yeah, and I mean, not to mention Blade got his ass whooped in that last fight because it was just like.
Let me poke a massive hole in Blade 2, right? Remember when the girl and the black dude showed up to Blade's base and they had that really CGI fight in front of those lights?
Yeah.
How come she could fight like shit then, but then she couldn't fight at the end of the movie?
You got the ring. You got the ring.
Got one better for you.
What's that, your class
shit.
ring?
She used her white privilege like shit to die, okay? So when you think about how she died, everybody else just disintegrated. You want to float away all slow and shit.
No burn whatsoever.
Right. Her father turned into marble quick as fuck, but then all of a sudden she takes 20 years to die.
She just takes her time exposed to the sun, dying all gracefully and shit. That's white privilege. Okay.
Well, can we all agree that Stephen Dorff is? Can we all agree that Stephen Dorff is the best villain out of all of the Blade?
Yes.
There's this one line that I quote to this day that Stephen Dorff did as Deacon Frost. He's like, "Oh yeah, their name is Splinter Blades." Shut the fuck up.
Which is why I have issues
with that being rated
PG-13. What kind of shit is that?
He can say, "Shut the hell up."
It's Disney. Disney wants Disney.
He can say, "Shut the hell up," and it'll just be as effective.
Look, it's not going to have the same effect.
Listen, you are going to get your fill of. You're going to get your fill. You're going to get your fill of F. You're going to get your fill of F-bombs and everything else in Deadpool 3. Wait a minute, I'm being addressed in the comments. Rick, why is it the bad guys in movies can shoot the dick off a mosquito from 1,000 yards but can't ever hit the hero? Because
Plot armor.
plot armor, my nigga. Because of plot armor. Listen, hold on.
Shout out to Mike on that one.
Hold on. No. Real quick.
Chaos magic.
If you remember, exactly, Cam. Exactly. If you remember in the original Star Wars, Obi-Wan talks about how stormtroopers can shoot this accurately and with this much precision. Everybody who has watched any Star Wars ever can tell you one thing that you don't use to describe a goddamn stormtrooper, and that's accuracy or precision.
Hold up. Stormtroopers are only accurate during Order 66.
That's that
got dark.
And that is why you are the TikTok sensation of the world.
And once again, Your Highness brings it all to a stop because
That's a little nerd humor for you there.
Oh my God.
We appreciate your supreme knowledge, sir.
And Anakin killed those kids. He murdered those children. Yo, so real quick, we're getting off subject, but I don't give a fuck. Let's just go off the rest for a little bit. Somebody tried to tell me that just because you didn't see it, Anakin didn't kill those kids.
He definitely killed them.
I was just like, what are you talking about? They were like, you didn't see it. It didn't happen. He didn't really murder those children.
Nah.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is not a no face, no case situation. He killed them damn kids.
Double tap.
Bruh, hold up. So I got since we coming to the close of the show, I got to do this as the TikTok sensation, whatever you guys want to call me. Last week,
But that is what you are.
Last week I was asked, and I want to put this out there, and it's another challenge to you guys as well as people in the audience. Last week I was asked what I would do to support any people of color on TikTok or any social media as far as bringing up awareness that they exist, accepting them. So this week I've actually gone through every single time that I've seen somebody who's doing cosplay, who's a person of color, who's doing some type of acting as a person of color. I've gone out of my way to make sure I copy, watch a video all the way through, share it, and follow. So much so that I've actually been blocked from following people on TikTok. So I urge everybody out there, and I know we're at the end of the Black History Month, but screw that. Take it on through the rest of the year. Anything that you see, any cosplayers that you see, it's very important that you like these people, share these people, comment, support them because they're putting in hard work to do their cosplays. Support these people, let's everybody lift each other up and make sure we are supporting our people of color, men, women, gay, straight, whatever. Lift everybody up and go out there and support. What you guys got?
And that is why he is your king, ladies and gentlemen. He is here to unite all people. He is here to unify all of us under one banner, under the TikTok leader himself. He is here to guide us into the next generation of online entertainment and media sensationalism. He is your king. Bow before him. Recognize him as your leader and your savior. God
Kiss the
damn
ring, bitch. Kiss the ring.
Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah. All right, guys. As always, before we go out, be sure to watch on Friday. This Friday at 8:00 p.m. on Twitch, we will be simulcasting WandaVision season finale. Is it season or series finale? Because
we don't know.
Let's just call it.
I just called it the finale because they be fucking with us. So,
so the finale is this Friday. Be sure to watch us on TikTok at 8 p.m. And as always,
hold on, wait a minute.
My bad. Go ahead.
Twitch. Join us on our Twitch channel.
Twitch.
At 8 p.m. Hey, come on in, guys. We're going to be drunk.
Wait. One more thing. It's going to be a little ghetto because you got to start when we press play. Okay? Because otherwise,
we'll be talking throughout the movie. We'll be talking through the movie.
I definitely be on my Suge Knight that day.
So it will not be on the screen.
Ghetto-ness, okay?
So
when we hit start, you hit start. Okay?
You might want to go get Disney Plus.
Find somebody who has Disney Plus or find somebody who has the app.
Right. Ask one of your little friends.
Listen, my username and password is always for sale, baby. Go ahead,
I got way too many people on mine.
Hey, listen, I just deleted a bunch of vagrants off of my shit. Go ahead, I'll let you go. I'm selling off spots, goddammit. I got 7 open.
Gotta be here.
But as always, guys, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
Pledge to your savior.
Thank you, Your Highness, for joining us for this episode. I appreciate you and your presence.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.